Please help me welcome Zakhar Dikhtyar as he gives his presentation, Building an AI-driven e-document framework for seamless supply chain document exchange.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Do you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Michelle, for inviting me as a speaker and to all PIDX. Thank you, Marty, for a great speech. And I want to build my presentation like continuation of Marty's idea. Few months ago, we started with Marty some initiative inside PIDX, and by the way, it's established a project now within PIDX, and we are thinking how to, let's say, leverage these AI tools to enterprise and small and medium companies' daily life, daily routine. Michelle, can you put my presentation on the screen?
Yes, do you see it?
Yeah, now I see it. Please, next slide.
Okay.
So what we're going to talk today about, we will talk about disadvantages and challenges of manual document processing. We will discuss and review some current options for document recognition and item matching available. They are really great, and they have never been on the market before. Let's say 1 year ago, it was completely impossible to have such automation tools. We will try to imagine how it may be integrated with existing companies' infrastructure. I mean ERP system, warehouse management system, CRM systems, and document management platform, EDI platforms, and so on. We will try to think about some use cases around it, and we'll discuss how this how beneficially it could be. Next slide, please. As Michelle said, I'm doing EDI business with my colleagues for 17 years, and we always talking about the same things. So now we distinguish two big group of documents. One of them, we call it table documents or supply chain documents. These are, for example, purchase order, inventory reports, invoices, bill of ladings, and so on. These documents always have some table part in the middle. They have some header part with document number, document date on the top, and they have something on the bottom, some information like total amounts and so on. And for us, it's one group of the documents, and it's well standardized. Let's say most of the document type you see now on the left part of the screen, they are already in PIDX standard, and a lot of companies understand them in completely the same way. On the right side, there are some, we call it text documents or legal documents. It could be employment agreements, NDA, application forms, and so on. And usually it's non-structured documents, but anyway, we want them to be, let's say, searchable, indexable, and so on. Next slide, please. There are some obvious disadvantages of manual document management, and it's expensive, it's slow, there are lack of security, lack of compatibility with your partner system, and so on. And it runs you to big losses. We will discuss more detailed numbers at the end of my presentation. Next slide, please, Michelle. When we are talking to companies, most of them saying that we already done with automation, we already done with EDI, and we are good. But if we are diving to the details, we may say that on average, only 2/3 of document flow is more or less automated, and 1/3 is still behind. Why it's happening? Because all companies has not only big and well-established partners, but some small partners, which is no-tech or low-tech companies, and they can't handle all EDI requirements and other complicated things, and they just can send you PDF or receive from you PDF file or maybe even a paper document. And we paid too less attention to these companies last decade. And now when new AI options became available to us, I think we should pay attention to this topic again. Next slide, please. So there is general challenge. Here it describes like with invoices, but it could be anything like purchase order, bill of ladings, price specification, quotes, request for quotes, and so on. You receiving some document and you should type this document in your ERP system. You should grab from that document some document number and document date, and you should fill the table part. It means you have to find some matching in your ERP system to the item you see in the invoice. If you don't have one, you should make another item in your item list. A lot of documents coming with some handwritten marks and signs. There are some problem with understanding about decimal separators, cents, and so on. And there are some things need to be adjusted. Let's say the main challenge here, as Marty said, is item matching. Because OCR document recognition is already also solved task, as we can see on the next slide. Michelle, please, next slide. If we will try to put this challenge to some steps, we will find that for, let's say, non-structured document processing, we have to go through 3 steps. First one is, let's say, usual character recognition of the document. We're trying to understand what is the content of the documents, but usually on this level, we never understand the structure of the documents, and sometimes we are not even sure what is document type we see now. So on the second stage, we should try to understand structure this document. We should make decisions that we see on the screen, purchase order or invoice. We need to find where is the product description column, and where is the quantity, price, and amount columns. This process will definitely take some efforts. There are a lot of tools about it. We will discuss it on the next slide. And most challenging task, for example, for big invoices, is item matching. We should do this item matching today manually, but we can make some instruments to do this in more automated way tomorrow. As Marty said, all results of this item matching and document recognition still need to be approved by human to ensure the quality of the final data and to be sure that we may use this data in our ERP system. Next slide, Michelle, please. As we discussed on the previous slide, there are some products for invoice and document recognition. And you see, let's say, maybe most popular of them today on the right screen. They providing document character recognition and document structure detection. However, none of them provide item matching. For this, we need some kind of other tools. And I didn't find any system which already has integration with EDI. I found some which have integration with systems like SAP, Dynamics, with some procurement platforms like Coupa, but never tried it. But let's say today we have lack of integration cases about it. Michelle, please, next slide. So our idea that we may amend with EDI document flow with processing unstructured documents, which is coming via email, portal, or other channels. These documents may be in any format, like PDF, pictures in PNG or JPEG format, Word files, Excel spreadsheets, and so on. We may build in data recognition tool to existing EDI solution. And here I'm talking about any EDI platform or document management platform, not only about DocStudio. And we may easily integrate their item matching capabilities. And if we will do this, all things will be done outside of existing ERP system, and it will never need any updates there. So all document processing and automation flow will work outside of the ERP. And as we said before, we still need final human approval as a last step. And after this step, this information can go to ERP system. Michelle, next slide, please. So if we will put the same thing to textual description, we will see the following. We can receive thousands of documents via any channels we want. We can just make, I don't know, corporate mailbox, and all invoice will need to be sent there. Some OCR processing and AI tool will define the sender of these invoices and all data out of there. And if we already provided enough information about item list for our company from our ERP system, AI can make item matching process easily. And after short approval, this information may come to the ERP. Next slide, please. There are at least 2 AI models to be used for such a framework. One will make document structure detection and recognition, and second one will work with the item matching model. We believe that we may provide initially very high level of recognition, but anyway, some misunderstanding, mistakes may happen. And this should be discovered by human who are approving these documents. And after this, this updated data need to be used as a train set for future retraining of item matching model or document structure model. This retraining may happen instantly, or it may happen, let's say, like once a week or once a month. Michelle, next slide, please. Yeah, so it's very easily to organize this new flow of the document in addition to existing EDI flows, which will provide capabilities for automating document processing and item matching. Next slide, please. If we will try to understand how much we can save with this, we tried to calculate this for a company which has 500 transactional documents per month. It's a pretty small company, or they have about 6,000 documents annually. And if they will work with this manually with such relatively small amount of documents, they will spend at least 50,000 a year for this document processing. But with AI automated processing, they can save up to 90% of this amount, and they will have really great return of investment for these efforts. Next slide, please. Almost final. So the key takeaways of my speech is following. Artificial intelligence may eliminate up to 90-95% of the manual job. for document re-entry to the system, and it may be easily available for existing EDI infrastructure for all small, medium, and big, small and medium companies and big enterprises. It doesn't need changes to existing internal IT infrastructure, and it could be done easily outside of all ERP system, warehouse management system, CRM, and so on. However, human approval still needed, but it will take 10, 20 times less time than manual processing. And this approach may be used for almost all so-called supply chain or transactional documents. But anyway, we should understand some common language, and that's why standards, and especially PIDX standard and its code list, now play even more important role than before. As I said, me and Marty, we have some initiative, some project within PIDX, and we would like to call everyone to join our initiative. Now we are looking for companies who would like to try this concept and try to implement this function in their daily life. If you willing to join our initiative, please let us know in any way you can. So that's it for me for today. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Marty, for a great idea. Yeah, if there are any questions, I'm ready to ask. Ready to answer. Sorry.